All right. I'm not going to do what everyone thinks I'm going to do, which is just flip out. Nah, baby. Coming to y'all smooth. Not coming in too hot. How you doing? You good? Got your seltzer? I'm gonna give you a second to get you a seltzer. I'm gonna go ahead and crack mine open, but before I crack mine open, oh my God, where are my manners? It's the Six Paths Commandments. Six Paths Dice here, Mr. Lane. If you need me, I'm in the middle of a whole move right now, but I'm like, no, baby, we ain't gonna stop working. Can't stop working, baby. Can't stop putting in that effort. Can't stop going through the process. And everything we doing, no matter what it is, I'm prepared to give it at least 100 tries. What is that? Too much smoke. At least 100 tries. Because you gotta have that kind of resolve when it comes to your goals. You need them big, lofty goals in life, man. I just want to share that with you, man, because I'm the space I'm at right now. Failure is not an option. But we got to remain students at all times, man. You got to realize when there's something to be learned. You understand? And what we're going to talk about today is, I want to explore the low self-esteem of black men and how black men are never really loved. Well, black men are used and not loved. And what inspired this was a clip from Love at the Locker, which we'll get into later on. But I've been wanting to talk about Tina Knowles and her husband Richard Lawson. They just recently announced a divorce. So they actually got married a while back. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this real quick. Okay. Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson have reached an amicable divorce settlement, with her agreeing to pay him a one-time $300,000 payout. Excuse me, $300,000 payout. Pardon me. Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson, who tied the knot back in 2015, announced their divorce last year after 8 years of marriage. Court documents cite irreconcilable differences as the reason for the separation, which basically just means that, it just ain't working. He say he good, I'm good. It's basically, it's illegal, fuck it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? So Tina has agreed to pay Richard a one-time lump sum of $300,000 and cover household expenses, and Richard has agreed not to speak badly of Beyonce or Blue Ivy. Damn, nigga, why is that in the contract? Well, hold on, what? Why? Yo, nah, I need answers, because you know what, though? I'm like, we don't really know Blue Ivy. Every time I see Blue Ivy, it's like, oh, shit, you're older again. Let me make sure y'all see that screen. Hold on. All right, cool. Yeah, it's like every time I see Blue Ivy, it's always like, oh shit, you're older again. Like it's 2024. That girl is 13 years old. Like she's like, you know what I mean? Anywho, so it says the couple has committed to refraining from negative comments about each other or their children. Despite the split, they continue to work through the legal proceedings to finalize their divorce. But real quick. One thing that I want to give them credit on is that this is how older grown folks, even if they is messy, handle their business, right? Because you see that it's a whole lot of, all right, don't just don't be dragging me through the mud. You know a lot about me and whatnot. If you're gonna leave out, just don't make us look too bad. You know what I mean? Don't ruin my reputation. Because for the most part, that is how it's supposed to be, where you don't know nothing really about the artist or the celebrity or their family and whatnot. Whereas in our era, everything is oversharing, everything to the point where, and again, it makes you more, I don't say egocentric, but I feel like social media and just the consumerism in America has turned everyone into having this mindset, this personality where you really think you're on a TV show, or you think you're in a movie. Not so much as that you think someone's filming you or your special effects, but in terms of the decisions you make. Because in most movies and TV shows, right, a person can make a bad decision and it turns to a story and it has to resolve. You know what I mean? Like in real life, if you do crack, you did crack. You know what I mean? It's just you're just not going to. No, you're not going from like smoking a pipe to Ivy League school. There's no pipeline to that. No pun intended. But we done giving them their flowers. Pardon me. We're going to go ahead and watch a video that I don't want to say signifies, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's a part of men starting to compare notes. When we saw this video, it was like you watching his facial expressions, and a lot of men, especially if you past you 30 plus, you felt the yo, bitch, you serious? Like, and this clip I'm about to show you is getting us into our first point. You know what I'm saying towards our lesson for today about why black men are used and not loved. Okay, there's going to be a line that True says when I get to the Love at the Lockup clip where he says, "I feel like you tricked me," and what he was saying was, "You didn't visit me in jail on purpose so that I wouldn't know that I didn't like you like that, or it was so that I wouldn't realize that you didn't have the best personality." Then he says, "I feel like you used me to build yourself up." And at first, I thought that was far-fetched, but that is what relationships are. Honestly, real talk, if the person that you with or pursuing or you spending time with is not building you up, and I think what he mostly means is, yeah, you were getting my male attention, right? And getting me to want to commit to you, right? And this is not really the best deal. And you knew that if we spent more time together, I may realize that there was nothing here, or you're just not. Again, you don't have the best relationship skills. Like I covered before, both of them have subpar communication skills, and also both of them don't really have the best conflict resolution skills. All right. But anywho, but going to this story right here, the way that it relates to Tina Knowles and her husband is that. Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad. The way hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and put this up real quick. So the way that it relates to Tina Lawson and her husband is that relationship, for one, men got to realize that women don't really get over shit. Like women don't really move on from a man they really love, right? And again, I hate to get into the whole he was her second choice rhetoric and whatnot. But I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with the relationship, but she basically, in so many words, like I was referring to the clip earlier, and we're about to get into it right now. When you watch them interact, you can tell that she's not invested in supporting him. She sees him like almost like a supporting character, right? And we gonna get into this whole interaction, but I mean, you kind of want to ask yourself, how do black men get into these kind of relationships, right? Where, and I'm gonna say in this case right here, obviously it wasn't a financial thing, it was an emotional thing, right? And again, she was kind of, I think maybe I would say using him for a rebound, but again, there was never no real respect there. Okay. And no matter what, men got to realize, if you're in a relationship, you are you're her walking validation. All right. We have the same way we have a higher obesity rate, and people who are part of the obesity rate, they're not going to say to you, you know what, I do eat like shit. You know what, this way it is all my fault. They made hints around it, but they're not going to talk like that. That's why they're that big. So the same thing with single people. Listen, there are benefits and what's opposite of benefits? We'll say pros and cons to anything, right? There's pros and cons to being single, but at the end of the day, Family is the most important thing, and family is the greatest institution that we have. It's the greatest institution that we've ever created. It's family. All right. But anywho, let me go ahead and play some of this video real quick.
Nobody needs to know it but you.
I envision the type.
Take note of this, man. Clip, man, of course, the shade is
always possible. And sometimes I am a mother first.
Because oftentimes we feel like we kind of get the bad end of the stick. Kind of peep his hand movements.
Always possible. And sometimes I am a mother.
So the host, I'm sorry, let's give some love to the Lionel B show. Thank you for doing this clip, my boy. I appreciate you. Just want to check this out, man. Hope it's okay that we look at this. But what Lionel's pointing out, right, is what's obvious to men. And you got to ask yourself, how is she oblivious to how uncomfortable this man is? Like, you can see, yo, she ain't paying my boy no mind. Like, she don't see him scratching his head and shit.
First. But
yeah, dude is pissed, man. Look at him. He's like, what kind of this? All right, so on this next clip, man, of course, the shade gets even deep.
Yo, let me tell you something. If I'm having a conversation and you start, especially a black man, if a black man starts rubbing around his head and shit like that, and while I'm talking, I'm standing up. I'm standing up. The threat level just came up. It's a nigga rubbing his head. His nigga start doing one of these. I'm like, whoa. We put brown rice in the burrito. Relax. We'll work this out. You know what I mean? She's sitting right next to him. And again, black men got to realize what women see you like Transformers if you can own a Transformer, right? Mostly in terms of like the car being able to talk to you and ask you questions and shit. Yo, if your car can ask you a question, if your car can really say, hey, Six Paths, can we go get some air in my tires? No. I'm late to my match of badminton. You know what I mean? Like, you would talk to your car greasy. And why would you talk to your car greasy? Because you feel like this is my car. If I want to wash you, I'll wash you. If I want to put air in your tires, I'll put air in your tire. You know what I mean? So with that mindset, you're not really thinking about what's best for the car. You're thinking about what's best for you. And that's why she feels so comfortable saying that shit right next to my boy. And not only that, what he also felt like was like, all right, well, it's different when we're at home, but now you're doing this shit in public. Like, I'm like, the respect level is so low that you trying to embarrass me in public. That's crazy.
Deeper. This is the one that got the internet going crazy. I want y'all to check this out, man. And ladies, please take note of this, man. Like, that was definite shade. I mean, if your man ain't perfect, okay, that's cool, but nobody needs to know it but you.
I envisioned the type of man I wanted. I prayed for the type of man I wanted, and I got pretty much that. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But, you know, he has a lot of the qualities. He has a lot of the qualities that I love, and we're having a really good time, and I'm enjoying life. So there is hope, women, ladies.
I can't believe she took it there. Yeah, man, that's crazy. But ladies, yeah, that's definitely textbook on the things not to do in a relationship, the things not to, the ways to, you know what I'm saying, make.
You see my man's face? Yo, listen, like, this look right here. Again, if someone is looking at me like he's staring a dagger, he is genuinely offended. He is hurt. That look right there is the, if you were a man, we would have got it shaken. And but look at her face. She don't feel none of that. This is gangster. I ain't gonna hold you. Shit kind of gangster. She like, yo, bust a move, turkey. But nah, anywho, so from what I understand, between the two of them, he been trying to like get with her for years. And you know what's interesting about stuff like that is I was just wondering, I'm like, damn, like, and don't get me wrong, Beyonce's mother's an attractive woman for older women and whatnot. But what's interesting is that he's actually also an actor. Which whenever I find out you were creative, that shines a whole new light on everything I see you do. Because I understand it better now, right? So creatives, we love possibilities and we love to romanticize some shit and basically make things more of an experience, make more of a feeling out of nothing. Like we love doing that, right? So I'm wondering, I'm like, was it a matter of you always wanted this girl, right? And now mind you, it's like mad years to wait. I'm sorry, it's just crazy. I don't know. Something weird about it. I don't like it, you know. But obviously, he had some kind of fantasy about this woman, right? And now that she was divorced and everything, it's like, all right, how old is Beyonce's mom, man? But I don't know, y'all pretty old. But now at the right, that's 60s? I think they're in their 60s. Now at the ripe age of 60, or I guess probably 58, I got my shot. No, sir. No, sir. But anywho, black men also do this thing where we want to kind of be in a woman's life in any capacity possible. Whether it's being a friend, so you can orbit and whatnot, or just, hoping that, it just, again, maybe hoping to escape the friend zone, whatever it is, right? But what can happen is this. You get into this relationship, let me tell you something, you probably love bombing the hell out my boy, right? Everything seem all good. Then she starts trying, because obviously she thinks she's an alpha in a relationship and in the house. And at first it was all right, you know what I mean? Because again, creative type dudes are more open to sharing leadership, and they're not always as aggressive about, basically they don't have as much system order and structure. I'll put it like that, right? But and what happens is, again, she puts you more into that female role, into where she's dictating everything, and you have to kind of support it. All right. And obviously that shit got old. You know what I mean? And your boy has leveled up, and he's out here living his best life right now. And this right here tells you how bad the relationship was. Whenever someone start making videos like this after they break up with you, yo, I can't play the music. He doing the prayer hands. You know what I'm saying? He over there doing the diplomacy and shit. And then a nigga dancing. Oh, nigga, yo, listen. He got a lot of white jackets, bro. He doing photo shoots and shit. Yo, he dancing. Yo, no one else is dead. Yo, he feels so good. My boy feels so good that, yo, he dancing when ain't no one else dancing and other people is watching. That's how tough it was in that household. How does he know these people? Matter of fact, I feel like he's the kind of person who goes on adventures and meets people just out in the wild, and he's the guy that how in movies and whatnot, someone says, yeah, so we met a guy named Richard by the bar. Hey Richard, come over here. Like he's that kind of person, right? Anywho. So the next example I want to use was my man Tyrese, man. He got an interesting clip I want to use real quick. Let me find it for y'all real quick. 1 second, y'all. You know what? Just shit, man. Fuck it. Because I wanted to include a different clip, but where is that John at? This is where he's talking about his mother basically degrading him and having
a Social Security building and play retarded.
You get that check.
$780. Straight up. Government cheese, nigga.
Nigga, you been acting.
That was my first acting gig.
Your mom was your first director. She gave you your first movie gig. Your mom, first director. Nigga won't play anything.
That was my first motherfucking acting gig.
That was your first acting gig.
Hey, man, they laughing off.
Your mom gave you.
Why you laughing so goddamn hard, man?
Hey, your mom gave you
his face red over. He laughing.
Rest in peace to the legend.
Fair use.
But your mom gave you
My
first
mama
acting
put me
gig.
on, nigga.
Yup.
Fuck you, mean?
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all what it was, though. The crazy shit. I ain't never shared this shit publicly in my life. Oh man, they can't. Hey, you can't arrest my mama, nigga. She gone. Fuck out of here, government. we passed the window of opportunity. My mama made us go to a Social Security building.
Don't get me wrong. He seemed alright with it, so I guess I can't really complain and whatnot. But what I wanted to point out was that, like, yo, this, like, even though this is more of an extreme example, I've never known anyone who done that. That is crazy. All right, because when I first heard it, I kind of felt bad. I'm like, nigga, like, how you know what's funny? I got to question whether or not Tyrese has conditioned himself not to feel no way about that. Bro, that sounded great and that's fuck. And on top of that, it's just something that, like, yo, again, when you being raised by a single parent, especially a single mother, yo, y'all will always be getting into questionable shit. Like, that right there is nigga shit. I don't know how, but basically, like, that's basically fraud. It's always interesting how, like, black people, we kind of operate as if, like, it's okay to lie as long as, like, we're lying to white people or we're lying to a company or whatever it is. And it's like, that shit, again, what he's talking about is fraud. But not only that, like, you know, you got to think about what else he went through. I'm like, that like, you can't just get the money. Like, they got to make you do something, make you be in special ed classes, like all that shit. But the reason why I point out whether or not Tyrese basically, I'm sorry, this is what I'm saying. Tyrese may not know to be hurt by that or angry about that or the fact that he shared that nigga, that's hella embarrassing. Because that sounds, like I said, I'm double down on this. That sounds some broke nigga activity. Extreme brokenness, high level brokenness. Because that's the kind of shit you think about when you ain't got shit. Yo, I'm gonna have my child pretend to have a disability. That's crazy. And the fact that, yo, in real talk, the fact that Gilly and them niggas is laughing. Yo, this is the process or the experience that the African American male has. It can be the most personal shit ever. Niggas will find a way to be entertained. But anywho, I also want to share one more clip about this jewelry. Once we back.
None of this jewelry on my arm is real. Don't love me because of no fucking diamonds. Take all this shit. This bracelet right here look real as a. This shit was $23 on Amazon.
You said, look.
Are those earrings real?
No.
You can't tell.
You know why it's not real? Because I've lost so much of this shit. I done spent $500,000 on the fucking watch. Call Jacob the jeweler. I'm good. I don't lose no sleep over trying to win the popularity contest from showing up with all this jewelry that I'm going to leave on a nightstand and have a housekeeper to say, I don't know. I'm sure you don't know. I'm sure you don't know what them $250,000.
So, you know, when I first saw this clip, I thought it was really interesting, right? And but what he's speaking to is being free and really exploring the idea of being free. He said, I'm not here to win a popularity contest, coming on here, you know, basically spending money on all this bullshit, right? And what he's saying is, I'm not going to let y'all use me. Because what happens to celebrities and people who are talented is they become this object of judgment where people can get off on having opinions about you. All right. And they can form an opinion about you and project that opinion on you, especially with social media. Right. And when you're a celebrity, there's an expectation for you to live up to a certain amount of wealth, or you should have a certain amount of wealth, or have a certain kind of lifestyle. And it's like, and for the most part, it's an expectation that's put on celebrities, right? And what he's saying is that you're not going to have, like, I got to spend the money on that jewelry, and if something happened to it, it's on me. And for the most part, I'm wearing it for your satisfaction. I'm wearing it to impress you. You understand? So what he's saying is that no, I'm not going to be used. You're not going to use me as an aspirational object. Either you fuck with me or you don't fuck with me. The angle he came at it with by saying I've lost so much of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because all I need is leave this on the nightstand in the hotel, and people are telling me they don't know what happened. You know, they don't know what happened to my earrings. Right? He said y'all don't lose no sleep. He said $23 on Amazon. My man is free. You know who else is free? My nigga True. All right. So again, the main point I'm getting into is that men got to realize that, yo, bro, your time is always valuable. Everyone's time is valuable, of course. But brother, your time is always valuable. What you put effort into always matters. All right. And don't ever and one thing that goes on in the Western world is that women kind of want men to think that they're that in so many words, the woman is always bringing more to the relationship. She's taking more chances. Her time means more, and a lot of that shit is based on a whole holy mind fuck, where again this person's trying to trick you into doing more work. Because if I'm too busy working, how can I criticize someone if I'm working on getting their approval? Again, it's this thing. It's kind of like it's like wrestling. If you're not paying any attention, and I start trying to wrestle you, and you don't know I'm wrestling, I'm always going to have the drop on you. I'm always going to be able to get you into a headlock because I'm catching you by surprise. You don't know that I'm wrestling or anything else, anything. If I'm baking a pizza, you won't know I'm baking the pizza until it's too late. Nigga, the pizza's in the oven now. Well, I've gotten far enough. That's everything. Everything. Equivalent exchange, formula alchemist logic. But anywho, I want to share this last part of Love at the Lockup real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let me find this John. Let me find the John. Let me see if it'll come up. All right, we should be good, y'all. So I'm gonna play this drum real quick. I'm gonna be starting. So what's happening here is that they've had not really a confrontation, but what True is basically saying is that this shit not adding up. You know what I mean? And I'm just not really feeling what's going on. And first thing Shonta says, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I just found that Shonta is a grandma. Grandma. Anyway. My bad, y'all. And you know what's funny, yo? True be hitting on something, man. My bad, y'all. Let me turn this shit around. Yo, True be on point with his takes, bro. You gotta give him his flowers, yo. True be on point. Because when I first heard that shit, I said, I don't know, bro. You kind of, I don't know. You might be kind of reaching, my boy, a little bit, right? And then I thought about it, like, yeah, I'm like, why didn't you come meet this man or come visit him to see how he's doing and whatnot? And he hit it right on the head. But he's very observant. I mean, and again, very, very, very wise young man. Well, crazy, but he wild. So I heard something recently, right? And it was a reaction to a video with this plus size girl talking about her dating experience and whatnot. And I think she started doing what a lot of plus size girls do, which is start kind of naming qualities that aren't necessarily attractive to men when it comes to a man picking a woman, right? what she's not acknowledging is when you have a relationship, and again, she's trying to be the man. So in her mind, she says, all right, well, I'm buying all these things, I'm spending all this money and whatnot, and basically I'm being your man. What's the issue? And it's not occurring to her that, yo, a woman has to be sensual. All women have to be fun. It's like all men got to be a little tough. You don't got to be the toughest guy, but you got to have some toughness to you. Like, again, we all can admit that no one likes a man that's not efficient. A man that ain't worthwhile. A man that ain't got no information. A man that's stupid. A man that makes a bunch of mistakes. Nobody wants that. You understand? And anyway, we're going to let a little more of this play. So that right there, that shit right there is modern big girl logic. All right, where when things go wrong, rather than first of all right, first of all, let's kind of analyze or talk about what should have happened in this conversation. The man is basically saying, "Hey, we're not really vibing. What's going on?" You know what I mean? Like we're not having a good time together. All right. Basically, I'm not really enjoying you. And the fact that at that age, you should be able to have a constructive conversation and say, all right, well, I could work on that. And it's something I heard on the Angry Man show, he made a good point about Black women's solution to relationship problems is always to break up. It's never to try to figure out how to work things out. And it's really important because the reality is this. When you meet people and put time into people, you might as well stay in a relationship. It's not going, especially for women, that ain't going to do you no good because that's more time wasted. So you want to break up with this person and then spend time basically gambling on another relationship forming that's going to have a lot of potential. And also, you're going to want to be with them. You understand? But hold on, man. All right, so but Shorty, yo, she's again terrible relationship skills. Like she has none. All right. And also she goes into like the big girl logic where she goes through this line of logic where it's not that, and I know I already touched on this, but I just want to kind of bring it home. She goes to the line of logic where where she's not she sees the issue, or she tries to express the issue being, I was too nice, I was too kind. And the reason why I say it's big girl logic and it's that modern woman rhetoric, because it's the kind of thinking that doesn't lead to self-correction or her avoiding having the same problem in the next relationship. Everything she said was very vague. All right. And again, time and time again, realistically, again, it's not as much of a conversation no more, but before the Kevin Samuels show, like it was taboo to say, yo, you don't want a girl that's very overweight. And for women out there, you got to realize, a man will experience more of this in one way or the other, like in some way, shape, or form. Where it's going to be instances or parts of the relationship where she's going to feel like she does not have to try, which is why she's overweight to begin with. She don't got to try. Like why would I do that? You know what I mean? Type shit. But anywho, let me play a little more of this, John. That's all we got to share from that John right there, man. We go ahead and stop the screen, man. So there you have it. So like, yeah, so real talk, that's what dating is really like, and what these relationships are really like. All right. And again, in that conversation, she's operating from the standpoint that, again, like I was saying earlier, his time that he never gave her nothing. Everyone gets something out of relationships. Okay. And she did get his time. She did get his love, and she got his validation. Right. And again, speaking to like speaking to the usefulness thing, right? We're entering a new era. I keep saying that we're on the precipice or the beginning of the greatest Black Renaissance ever. And I'm loving how Black men are evolving. Like this brother coming out of prison, he's standing on business. Shit changing. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, man. I really been going through a tough time, and it was really hard for me to make this video because I don't have that much time during the day, and I got to go to bed in a little bit and everything. I was like, yo, whatever you doing, bro, and sis, keep working at it every single day. It's crazy how your life can change in a year. Okay, don't stop before the miracle, because you never know when you're gonna have your moment. All right, man. 6 Paps Dice, Mr. Lane. If you need me, man, y'all be safe. Love y'all. Peace.